Right. All right, shalom. Yahweh Shem Shabbat. Yahweh Shema Yahweh Captain of 10. Your God will to be killed. Starting Oklahoma law class. Today, the topic of Oklahoma law class is think not that I am to destroy the law. And that's such a heavy precept. That's a heavy precept with Christianity, because Christianity, Christ came to die on the cross so he can do it with the old laws. So we don't have to keep those laws anymore. Now, I always teach, what are you going to believe? Are you going to believe the Bible, or are you going to believe Christianity? Christianity is a religion. Religion that goes against the Bible. That's when you go into the truth, and Juliana, you want to that God-forsaken religion of Christianity goes directly against the Bible. I mean, it says right there, like in Matthew 5:17, if Christ is saying, then let's go to it. That's be the first precept. Let's go to it. And if Christ is saying one thing and Christianity is saying another thing, it's wrong. Yeah. Okay. Man, Matthew 5:16. Hey, I'm getting that. Turn that. Turn it down.
Trying to get you.
Yeah, I'm saying it was coming through this way, and you can hear it. Then
5:17.
you definitely hear it. Yeah. Good. All right. So this is 5:17. It said, "Think not." This is Christ speaking. Now, this is in red. This is Christ speaking. He said, "Think not that I am come to destroy the law." I mean, come on. A kid, a baby can understand this. Christ is saying one thing. Now, Christianity, I just told you, the Christianity and the Christian pastors, what they teach. They teach that Christ came down the cross, do away with those laws. Now, what do you want to believe? Christ in the Bible, or do you want to believe Christianity? Christ said, "Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill." And he said, "But to fulfill." What is going to fulfill? Christ is going to fulfill. He's going to fulfill those laws. Christ came as an example for an example. He was for an example for what? For blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the nation of Israel. That's why he said in Matthew 15:24, "I am not sent, but a lost sheep of the house of Israel." And that's how you really get understanding. You only get understanding Isaiah 28:10, the understanding of the Bible. Isaiah 28:10. Matter of fact, I need to pull that because, like I said, I never want to just say something that's in the Bible and don't prove it, because it says, "Prove all things." Now, we just heard Christ say, "Think not that I've come to destroy the law." Now, just to prove that, let's go to Matthew 15:24. Now, Matthew 15:24, he answered and said, because the woman was trying to, this is the white woman, she was trying to get Christ to heal her from a demon. She got a demon on her, so she was just saying, "Can Christ heal her?" But Christ walked on and didn't pay no mind. But then he answered and said, "I'm not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel." Now Christ said, "He's not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel." So why? So blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians won't be today running around saying, "Oh, Christ died on the cross, so we don't have to keep those laws." He was sent to us. He was sent to us as an example that you can keep the laws. You can keep the laws and be a human being, because they say that God-forsaken lie that they say that Christ, God, and the Holy Spirit is one entity. They all three of them rolled up into one. I mean, it was just such a bogus lie. Now, Christ was just like us. So as he said, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So he was sent to us as our Savior. Why? So he can be an example to us, so you can keep the laws. You know what I'm saying? It was humanly possible that you can keep the laws. You know what I'm saying? It's not impossible for us to keep the 613 laws. You know, but Christianity teaches you, hey, it's impossible to do it. So, hey, you know, God sent Christ because see, the law is too hard for us. And I heard this lie before. This is why I'm talking. This is why I'm telling you. I heard this a lie before. You know, Christian pastors and other crazy Christians say this same lie. These laws are just too hard and complicated. So God sent Christ to die for us, so we don't have to keep those laws. Where in the Bible does it say that? I mean, where's the precept? I mean, where in the Bible does it say that? That's the lies of Christianity. They're lie on the Bible. And Christ, he is not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So now let's go back to Matthew 5 and 17. Christ said in his own words, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. But to fulfill the laws, why? So we can be what? He was our example. So we can follow after him and keep the laws. I mean, it's all about us being lawful unto the Most High. That's the gist of the whole Bible. It's blacks, Hispanics, the nation of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians being lawful unto the Most High, being obedient unto the Most High. That's what I'm talking about. That's it, but to fulfill. Now, and of course, he's cemented it when he going back into you go down into verse 18. It says, for verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law. Nothing's going to pass from the law till all be fulfilled. All these prophecies in the Bible haven't been fulfilled. So what in the world are these Christian pastors talking about? Hey, the law is just too hard, so God sent Christ to die for us, so we don't have to suffer those hard laws. That is a satanic lie. The religion of Christianity is not only satanic, you know, it's idiotic. It doesn't even make sense because they lie right on the Bible. Then you get grown men lying on the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So right there, that's just so beautiful right there. It says, so verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, they're not going to pass, and heaven pass, one jot or one tittle. That means a dot of an I and a cross of a T. You know what I'm saying? This is old Quaker English. The Bible was written in. It's translated in. You know? Shall knows why pass from the law till all be fulfilled. 19 says, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, you know, and shall teach men so. That's like the pastors. They are teaching us to disobey these laws. Because why you ain't got to keep them no more? Then there's not a satanic lie. They teaching us we don't have to keep these laws anymore because Christ came and died. When Christ said, think not that I've come to destroy the law or the prophets. And that's just so important in 17 where it said, or the prophets, because all the prophets before him who kept the law, they don't mean nothing. Their whole story doesn't mean anything. And is that crazy or what? That means, I mean, that's what it really means. Their whole story doesn't mean anything in the Bible. It doesn't mean anything because why? You know what I'm saying? Christ came and did away with it. You know what I'm saying? So Christ is telling you right in 17 that he didn't come to destroy the law or the prophets. You know what I'm saying? Because he would destroy the prophets' whole being in the Bible. He would destroy them because they wouldn't make no more sense. You know what I'm saying? And that's just so sad and terrible that we do these type of things. You know what I'm saying? When we listen to those crazy pastors. I mean, they do it to us. They do it to us. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's going to be accountable for all your sins. You can't go and stand before the Most High in judgment and say, hey, that's not fair. That pastor lied. That pastor lied to me. The pastor lied to me and told me the law's done away with. No. No, that's not going to ride. That's not going to fly. You know what I'm saying? You know? So now, this is the lie. You know what I'm saying? When Christ said, think not. Don't let it get in your head that he come to destroy the law. Because why? This is how we live. This is how we survive on the planet, by keeping the laws. You know what I'm saying? And whatever dumb Christian is going to come and tell you that, nah, this and that, well, Paul said this and Paul said that. One thing we have, one thing I was told when I came into the truth, said, remember, when you ever battling a Christian or you going against a Christian in the scriptures, understand that Paul is never saying that what the laws are done away with and other nations can be saved. That's what you have over a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Because the Christian can't prove that in the Bible that Paul is saying that what the laws are done away with and everybody can be saved. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people go with, well, Paul said this and Paul that, and I'm just bringing out saying I'm not going to go into the Paul scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Because how many times have I broke that down? You know what I'm saying? If you put some questions in, I sure enough answer it. And if you try to go against me, I will answer your questions and fry you like an egg, on those scriptures. Now, I'm just going to go straight to 2 Peter 3:15, just in the beginning of the class. I'm going to go straight to that precept just to let you know that you are a dummy and you are stupid in the scriptures. And the Bible is telling you. The Bible is telling you, and you don't understand anything. And you're going to die trying to figure it out by yourself. You got to get into class and learn these precepts. Learn the Bible. In the Isupk on Command and Junior Honor. Now, let's start in 2 Peter 3:15. Now, brother Peter, he just explaining Paul. You know what I'm saying? And Peter was over Paul. You know what I'm saying? The Bible's in rank order, just in the Isupk. You know what I'm saying? Now, it says, and account that the long suffering of our Lord is salvation. The long suffering of the Lord is salvation. You know what I'm saying? And he said, Christ, we went against the Most High and did evil things against the prophets before, against Moses, and we just did evil things. But the Lord still, sent Christ, to die for our sins. You know what I'm saying? So, the long suffering of the Lord is salvation. Even as our beloved brother Paul, what you Christians always try to understand Paul. You know what I'm saying? Well, Paul said, follow me as I follow Christ. You know what I'm saying? Well, Christ said, think not that I've come to destroy the law of the prophets. So Paul is on one accord with Christ. You know what I'm saying? But see, the problem with you Christians, you don't understand Paul. You know what I'm saying? Paul can really say a lot of things with less words. Paul can lose you, but you got to come into the Isupk. And we'll break it down for you, Christians. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's going right here. It says, our beloved brother Paul, also according to the wisdom given unto him. The stuff he learned. Paul had to learn too. Paul had to come in and learn too. You know what I'm saying? It says, wisdom given unto him hath written unto you. See, the wisdom that was given to him, he wrote it unto us. The other prophets that he brought up. All the schools he brought up in Asia Minor. You know what I'm saying? It says he gave it to us. And he gave it to you. All the other prophets is going to be raised up. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? Paul can never nullify anything Christ said. You know what I'm saying? Christ is the Savior. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Then, verse 16 said, as also in all his epistles, speaking of them, of these things. You know what I'm saying? The things he wrote, all the notes, the scriptures he wrote. You know what I'm saying? Speaking in them of these things, in which are some things hard to be understood. You see where Paul loses you Christians? See where he lose you? Some things are hard to be understood when you're dealing with Paul. Hard to be understood. Which they have, what Salaki, boy, this is something right here. Which they that are unlearned and unstable rest. That means wrestle. You know, that means you wrestle with it. You get hard to think about it. You can't really figure it out what he's saying. But you got a little idea, and you go on that little tiny idea in your little small brain that it means that. You know what I'm saying? And you get lost. You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing what he's saying. Nothing what he's bringing out. You can't even get a rap on it. You don't understand what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? They said the unlearned, you wrestle with it. As they do also, this is right here. This is a smack in the face. As they do also the other scriptures unto their own destruction. You hear that? You hear what the Peter was laying down. Now, not only do you have a problem with understanding Paul, you have a problem with the other scriptures too. You have no understanding. You have zero understanding of the Bible. And this is because you go to church. This is because you go to listen to a Christian pastor preaching a religion that comes from the oppressor, comes from the so-called white man. Now, the oppressor, the so-called white man, he's a what? Come on. He's an unspiritual man trying to teach our spiritual book. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. But it said, if you follow that, it says, unto their own destruction. You're going to be destroyed listening to all that Christian garbage. All that Christian mumbo jumbo, you're going to die. That's what the Bible's saying. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's go to, let me see. I would say, I'm just make it easy. I'm going to make it easy and simple. Let's go to Baruch 4:1. Baruch 4:1. And for everybody who's new in the class, or if you're new in the Isupk classes, the Apocrypha is the Bible. The Apocrypha are 14 books that were taken out of the Bible in the year 1611. Now, if you can still purchase your 1611 Bible, and it will have the Apocrypha in it. So that's why we definitely use the Apocrypha. And it lines right up with the Bible. It lines right up with the Bible, and it speaks just like the Bible, and you can tell it's the same word. It's nothing separate. You know, only thing the evil thing that the oppressor did is take it out of the Bible. Now, this is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. It's telling you what the Bible is. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever. I mean, come on. That's not hard to figure it out. That's not hard to figure it out at all. It's telling, and the law that endureth forever. But the Christian pastor says, it's done away with. Because Christ came and shed his precious blood on the cross. You know? And his blood is precious. It was precious that he spilled dying for us. It was. It is. You know? But it wasn't for us to keep on sinning. That's stupid. I mean, that's stupidity. I mean, that is stupidity. For Christ to come to die at the worst death known to man, didn't do anything, didn't commit any crimes, but to die like that, so you can keep on sinning. That is stupid. If you in the Christian church, I mean, come on, you are real goofy. You are very goofy. I mean, come on. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. That's not hard to figure out. come on. I mean, do you need a breakdown from that? I mean, come on. Do you need a breakdown from that? That's clear understanding. The law that endures forever. It'll never go away. You know what I'm saying? Christ didn't come to do away with the law. The Bible doesn't contradict itself. Man contradicts itself. You know what I'm saying? But the Bible doesn't. It's just you don't understand the Bible. That's why a lot of idiots you may see in the streets thinking they know something, saying the Bible, yeah, it contradicts itself. Nah, you know, the Bible doesn't contradict itself. You know what I'm saying? That's a lie. That's a lie, just like Christianity is. You know? But it tells you, if you keep it, hey, you're going to come to life. Right now, you walking down the street right now, a lot of you wondering clowns on them be on Facebook, you know, on social media talking about you woke. Nigga, if you ain't in the truth, if you ain't in the Isupk on Commander Holland, you in the world. You're not woke. You still sleep. You still sleep. Because all what you're hearing, you little fake Israelite, you know you're a Hebrew Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Now, are you keeping all the laws, statutes, and commandments? No, you're not. You living just like the church. A lot of you fake Israelites. A lot of you fake Israelite groups, you out here living, doing things just like the Christian church. All you know is, hey, we Hebrew Israelites. Or we Israelites. You know, we God's chosen people. You know, it takes more than that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be obedient unto the Most High. Because really, you are really wicked now. You're wickeder than a Christian in the church. A lot of times the Christian in the church don't even want to listen to what we got to say. They destroy for the lack of knowledge. They don't even understand. But then you understand we have the truth and still go against it. You more wicked than a Christian pastor. You know what I'm saying? You more wicked than a Christian pastor. So that would say you will come to life. You will come to life. You know what I'm saying? When you come into the truth. You know what I'm saying? But it said, and what? If you leave it, you reject it, you're going to die. You're going to die. Like Hosea 4:6, the Most High saying, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Because you reject knowledge, you know what I'm saying? He's going to reject you. You know? So here it is. I mean, come on. It's like, really. That's a slam dunk right there, really. That's a slam dunk. I can close the class up right with that. With group 4 and 1. You know? But now let's go to it says the law that endure forever, man. Man, that's something. Now let's go to Ecclesiasticus 2:15 in the Apocrypha. Now I love this right here. Now it says, they that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. That's something right there. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. See, you already see Christians singing songs, some they love the Lord, but they won't keep his ways. His ways are keeping the law. He wouldn't put 613 laws in the Bible and then send Christ to come and do away with them. I mean, that is stupidity. You are listening to, really serving Satan. Because it's silly when you in the Christian church and listening to that garbage of that pastor saying that the laws are done away with. That old sick maniac Creflo Dollar talking about if you're keeping the laws, you sin it. I mean, that's crazy. But 1 John 3:4 says the transgression of the law. I mean, come on, that's the sin. I mean, come on, that's the sin. Come on, man. We are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. We are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. So we read right here, they that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. I mean, understand fear. And that's one thing we gotta look out in, really understand. It's the fear of the Lord. Like it says in Proverbs 1:7, says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. The fear of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's the beginning of knowledge. The fear of the Lord. You know? So that's why it's here right here when it says they that fear the Lord. The Lord, he don't want all your crying and your prayers and all your songs and all that type of stuff. He wants you to fear. And if you fear somebody, you're gonna do what they say. You know what I'm saying? If you fear the Most High, so we should, try fearing the Most High, that He will kill you for your wickedness. You know? That's what that. Then verse 16 says, they that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto Him. You see that? See where it's so important to fear the Most High? All your love, really, come on. Come on. Your love comes with the fear. You don't have to sing songs, oh Lord, we love you and all that garbage. Your fear, hey, I understand. When you fear the Lord, hey, your love, you're gonna love the Lord. Because you're gonna know that He can kill you with the wink of an eye. You know what I'm saying? You know He can kill you within a wink of an eye. You know that, so you're gonna fear the Most High, and you're gonna love the Most High for not killing you. For the times you were sinful, and all the times that we deserve death. All of us deserve death. When the Most High was going to kill us and make a nation unto Moses, hey, come on. Moses took up for us. You know what I'm saying? We deserve death for turning on Moses. And for all the wickedness that we do, not keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. We deserve death. So it will behoove you to fear the Most High. So when it says, they that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto Him. And they that love Him shall be filled with the law. Come on, Christian. Come on, Christians. Come on. We down here in Oklahoma City along the Bible Belt. Everybody, we got a lot of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians say they love Jesus, say they love the Lord, want to follow the Most High. Come on. Do you really? When you listen to that pastor lie on the Bible and say the laws are done away with, you know how evil that is? You know how evil that is? That is so evil. That is so evil. When we're reading right here, come on. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto Him. Well pleasing unto Most High is obedience. That's the only thing that's well pleasing unto the Most High. He good. It's well pleasing when we see us being obedient unto Him. You know what I'm saying? Like the angels report back and forth on us, what we're doing. So when you get a good report, that's well pleasing unto the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Angels are rejoicing because we being righteous unto the Most High. We teaching classes, lifting up our people because we love our people. We love our nation. You know what I'm saying? That's well pleasing unto the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And this is why we teach these law classes, because we filled with the law, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You got a lot of fake Israelite groups, they following the church and not keeping all the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? They're not filled with the law. Now, how in the world can we be filled with the law and not keeping the laws and saying the laws are done away with? How stupid is that? How evil is that for a pastor to teach it? How evil is that? These pastors, they don't care nothing about you but getting your dollars, putting dollars in their pocket. Come on. They that love Him shall be filled with the law. It's telling us right there, filled with the law. The laws are not done away with. That's a Christian lie. Let's read on to verse 17. It's still talking about the fear of the Most High. The fear. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts. That means prepare your mind. Get your thinking straight. You got to understand there's laws. Seek the Lord that by coming to class, learning the laws. You know what I'm saying? You going to the barbershop getting a little shape up. You don't understand that that's a sin unto the Most High. The scriptures that tell us that that's a sin. Shaving your head bald headed. How many blacks and Hispanics you see with shaving bald heads? That's a sin. Tell us in the Bible that you're not supposed to shave your head. These are things in the Bible. These are things that we don't even know. You know what I'm saying? He says you should prepare your hearts. And what? Look who's next. And humble their souls in his sight. Man, humble their souls. Do you Christians humble your souls? No, you don't. You don't humble yourself. You think you know everything. You look at us and say, we some crazy niggas. You know what I'm saying? You say, we some crazy niggas on the corner hollering and screaming. You know what I'm saying? You don't humble yourself. One Negro said one time, hey, I can't learn from that man. Talking about Commander General Yohana. Talking about I can't even watch that man. You know how evil that is? That's a prophet of the Most High. That he set up to lead blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But you say, oh, you can't listen to that man. Because I guess he's too black for you. Huh? He's too much of a nigga for you, huh? He's speaking too loud, and you know what I'm saying? Man, humble their souls in his sight. And that's something you Christians, you know you don't do. You know? Saying, we will fall into the hands. You'll humble your soul, and you got to say, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men. For his majesty, for as his majesty is, so is his mercy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because why? You fear the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You're going to humble yourselves. See, you're so destroyed in Christianity, you don't even humble yourselves unto the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You're so much against us, you don't humble yourselves unto the Most High. So you're missing the whole picture. You know what I'm saying? Christianity has taught you that, hey, you're supposed to walk around a nice man, a nice, humble, sad, sorry wimp. You know what I'm saying? That everybody can beat on and you just cry and march and beg. No, you're not. No, you're not. When you really learn the Bible and go into these scriptures, you'll tell you the spirit the Most High put in us is to fight. You know what I'm saying? Fight back. You know what I'm saying? Main thing is fight yourself. Fight your evils. Fight your demons. Fight the wickedness that makes you go against his laws, statutes, and commandments. That's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Man. And that is so heavy in verse 17 right here. It says, they that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts. It means prepare your mind. And humble their souls in his sight. And boy, that's the problem that you Christians have. You can't humble yourselves. You can't say you've been living a lie all your life. You know? Because that's what Christianity is. It's a lie that you've been living. You know what I'm saying? And then you say that's what it's so good in 2 Chronicles 7:14. 2 Chronicles 7:14 is so amazing when it says, you know, it's talking about humbling yourself. You know? Matter of fact, let's go there. Let's go to 2 Chronicles. 2 Chronicles 7:14. Now, 2 Chronicles 7:14 says, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves. See, there it is. Humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways. Then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. You know what I'm saying? But it's telling us right there, the main thing right there is humble yourselves. And this is what Christians can't do. Because why? You're so full of pride. You think you got everything understood, and you just been living a lie. I don't give a damn how old you are. You've been living lies your whole life. Living lives your whole life of the religion of Christianity. You know what I'm saying? Not keeping the laws of the Most High, going against the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You've been living lies. You know? I mean, it's terrible. So that's why I just want to bring the Second Chronicles out, because that's just such a heavy thing. You know what I'm saying? Telling you, because Christians, you know what I'm saying, like I said, you won't humble yourselves. You know what I'm saying? So we just read in Ecclesiasticus 2:15 that, you know what I'm saying, that, hey, keeping at 2:15 and 16 saying that, we'll be filled with the law. So that's telling you, I mean, that's heavy metal right there. That's telling you that there's no way the laws could be done away with. It's foolishness and it's evil if you teach the laws are done away with. You know what I'm saying? And then, I mean, I'm saying, you got people running around dying, believing that the laws are done away with, and you can't keep those laws. Because they're too hard. When it tell you the Bible, the laws are not grievous. Now, and now let's go to which one did I want for the law? What is very important for the laws. Oh yeah. First, let's go to Leviticus 11:7. Let's go to Leviticus 11:1. Matter of fact, Leviticus 11:1. Oh, sorry. No, it was 7. Salaki. Leviticus 11:7 says, and the swine, talking about the pork, the pig, and the swine, though he divideth the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. That means he doesn't eat vegetation. He doesn't eat grass. He doesn't eat no vegetation. You know what I'm saying? You got all the animals, and clean animals, they eating vegetation. You know what I'm saying? They eating like the grazing in the fields. A pig doesn't do that. A pig eats all the trash, the garbage. The pig will eat a human body. Come on. A pig will eat a human body, man. It's telling you right here that they are unclean unto you. You know what I'm saying? They are unclean unto you. Now what? What is yeah. Now we're going to go to 2 Maccabees. They're just showing you the precept in the Bible about the swine, the pork. Now I'm going to go to the Apocrypha, to a story that, man, it's so heavy. It's hard. I'm not even going to read the whole story. I'm just showing you what's so evil of this nation that we're in and what we've been through. And when you just, like I said, when you don't understand the Bible and when you are destroyed, with Christianity. Now, let's go to 2 Maccabees. 2 Maccabees 7:1. 7:1. Now, we just read Leviticus 11:7. It's telling you the swine is abomination. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to eat the carcass. You know what I'm saying? It's unclean unto us. We just read that in Leviticus 11:7. Now, let's go to 2 Maccabees 7:1. Now, I'm just going to read this, the beginning of it, to let you know, like, what's going on, to give you an understanding of what's going on. Now, it says, it came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh. Now, we just read about the swine in 11:7. It's unclean unto us. We're not supposed to eat it. You know what I'm saying? And were tormented with scourges and whips. Now, I'm not even going to go through the whole story. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's hard to go through the whole story. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's hard because it's such a heavy story where these 7 brothers and their mother were tortured. These brothers were tortured. And these are our black brothers that were tortured because they didn't eat no pork. They wouldn't eat the swine's flesh. You know what I'm saying? Like King Antiochus, was going to, I mean, come on, tortured them. Then all those 7 brothers had to do was eat the pork. And they would let them live. But these 7 brothers, boy, they were some soldiers. They stood there and got tortured and watched one another get tortured. One brother they had to cut his forehead and pull the skin all the way back on his head. You know what I'm saying? While he's still alive. And he still didn't eat the pork. You know what I'm saying? This story is just so heavy, I can say, you might shed some tears if you start reading. If you read the whole story, you might cry. It will make you cry because it's like these brothers being tortured just because they won't eat no pork. And then you got evil pastors that teach the laws are done away with. And why do you think Big Mama's getting her leg chopped off? Because of all the diabetes, you know what I'm saying? And all the stuff, the diseases you catch from eating pork. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why the Bible's telling us. These are things that help us. So now we know that the 7 brothers are being tortured with scourges and whips. Now the only thing I just want to prove the point that swine, like I said, did go with the precept Leviticus 11:7 because why? We talk about the swine is unclean unto us, so says the Most High. It's in our laws, statutes, and commandments. We are not supposed to eat the crap. And then watching these brothers die. These brothers die because they want to keep the laws of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And you got evil pastors and Christians talking about the laws are done away with. So look, check this out. Christ said, Matthew 5:17, think not that I've come to destroy the law. So if he destroyed the law, he said the law or the prophets. If he destroyed the law and the prophets, he's destroying this story right here. Just take it out of the Bible. It doesn't have no weight. It doesn't carry no weight. Why is it in the Bible? Just take it out. You know what I'm saying? That's what Christ means by think not that I've come to destroy the law or the prophets. You know what I'm saying? So look, I want to go and scroll on down to 20. Scroll on down to 20, because like all what I'm reading before, from 1 to all the way down to 20, they talk about the way he tortured those 7 brothers. I can't read it. You know what I'm saying? I might start crying if I start reading the whole thing. It's rough. You know what I'm saying? Reading this brothers dying like this just because they want to keep the laws of the Most High. And these dirty pastors and these Christians talking about the laws are done away with. How evil is that? So I'm going to go down to 20 because the 20 was just so heavy. Talking about the mother. You know, now she had to watch her sons be tortured in front of her. She had to watch her sons come on, be maimed. They cut their arms and legs off. They cut their tongues out. They threw them on like a big frying pan and fried them. She had to watch her sons die like that. Just so they can keep the laws of the Most High. And you got dirty bastards out here talking about, oh, the laws are done away with. You know, you ain't have to keep those old laws. I mean, that's a lie. You're lying on the Bible. But right here, 2 Maccabees 7:20, talk about the mother. Now, this says, but the mother was marvelous above all and worthy of honorable memory. And that is just so heavy right there. Come on. It said marvelous above all and worthy of honorable memory. So if she's worthy of honorable memory, why would the Most High send Christ to do away with her memory? Huh? Does that make sense? That's not the Bible. Just saying Christ came to do away with the laws. That's not the Bible. That's Christianity. Christianity is satanic. You know what I'm saying? Not only satanic, it's idiotic. It doesn't even make sense. Then it says the mother was worthy of honorable memory. So you're supposed to always remember that. And this is why I like to always bring it up when I'm doing a law class. I like to bring this up a lot. Because how foolish and stupid is that? For Christianity to teach the laws are done away with. When the Bible says she's worthy of honorable memory. Honorable memory. You know what I'm saying? For when she saw her 7 sons slain within the space of one day, she saw her 7 sons murdered, wrongfully murdered, only because they didn't eat pork. You telling me you're going to eat those pork ribs? You're going to eat that pork bacon? You're going to eat that pig feet, those godforsaken chitlins and ham? You going to eat that crap? When these brothers had to die like this, and a mother had to watch her 7 sons die like this, just so they could be honorable unto the Most High and keep His laws, statutes, and commandments. Man, come on. For her 7 sons slain within the space of one day, she buried with a good courage because of the hope that she had in the Lord. The hope she had in the Lord. That's amazing. That is amazing. Then it says, yea, she exhorted every one of them in her own language. In her own language. Her own language is the Lashawan Kodash, which we teach in Isupk. You know what I'm saying? It's called the Holy Tongue, the ancient Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? It's in her own language, filled with courageous spirits and stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach. She said unto them, that's just, come on, man. Come on. That, that like brings you to tears. It says her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach. I said she had to have a manly stomach because that was gruesome. That was gruesome. Seeing her sons, her babies that she grew. Her babies she's bringing up, her young men having their tongues cut out of their mouth, arms and legs cut off, scalp pulled back while he's still alive, whipped and burned, fried on a frying pan. She had to watch all this. That's something gruesome to watch. Anybody. Not nonetheless, talking about her sons. That would be hard for me to watch a stranger. That would be happening to a stranger. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or some heathen. That would be hard for me to watch that. You talking about she had to watch her 7 sons be killed like that. Only because they wouldn't eat pork. But they were strong and they would keep the law of the Most High and not eat pork. Man. So she just said unto them, this is what she said to them. I cannot tell how you came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life, neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you, but doubtless the Creator of the world, who framed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also of His own mercy give you breath and life again, as you now regard not your own selves for His law's sake. Good Lord. Now she told them that before they were tortured. Before they were murdered, she told them that. Man. And you telling me that, or you going to go and you going to eat those pork ribs? Or it doesn't matter. Did you eat that ham and cheese? It doesn't matter. Did you have your holiday where you eat those godforsaken chitlins and pig feet? When we sitting here talking about brothers being tortured because they didn't eat the pork. And man, those some real soldiers. Those some real soldiers, man. They stood there and just, hey, if we gotta die, we just go ahead and die. This is the spirit in the Isupk. When we step out on the corner, we put our lives on the line because, we can be killed any second. Teaching our people, raising our people up, teaching our people how to not be sinful unto the Most High. You know what I'm saying? This is the spirit that the Commander General how to put in the Isupk through the spirit of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? that we go out, you know what I'm saying? This is the way he did. Hey, come on, these brothers went out like some soldiers. But it's just so evil that Christianity will teach that the laws are done away with. You know what I'm saying? Man, she said, as you now regard not your own selves for his law's sake. His law's sake. I mean, come on. I mean, man, come on. That's just something. That is something we got to understand it, how important it is for us to keep the laws. And the bad things that happen to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is because we don't keep the law. You know what I'm saying? These things happen because we don't keep the law. We are sinful unto the Most High. You know? Now look, in verse 24, it says, now Antiochus, thinking himself despised, you know, and suspecting it to be a reproachful speech. You know, he got mad when he heard the mother say it to them. You know what I'm saying? Whistle, the youngest, was yet alive, did not only exhort him by words, but also assured him with oaths that he would make him both a rich and happy man if he would turn from the laws of his fathers, and that also he would take him from his friend and thrust him with Isupk and trust him with affairs. Take him, look at that. Now I'm going to read that over. That also he would take him for his friend. That he would make, he promises to the youngest one. See, to the youngest boy, he was a boy. He promises to the youngest one that, hey, that he would take him as a friend, you know, and trust him with affairs. You know, like make him like in his kingdom, make him powerful in his kingdom. You know what I'm saying? He said he was going to make him trust him with his affairs. Give him a part in the kingdom. Like, you over this. Give him over something. You know what I'm saying? You know? Man, that's just something right there. He tried to get the young guy. He didn't want to, like, after he done killed all his brothers, his 6 brothers, he told the youngest, no, you ain't got to die. I tell you what, you eat this pork, hey, I will not only what, I'll make you a rich man. You come and be me in the kingdom. I'll put you over this. And you're going to rule over this part or whatever this, whether he would have you, what he's going to have him, you can rule over this. You have a part in that kingdom if you just eat the pork. You know, and disobey the laws. You know what I'm saying? Turn from the laws of his fathers. You know what I'm saying? Man. But when the young man would in no case, man, hearken unto him, boy, the king called his mother and exhorted her that she would counsel the young man to save his life. You see that? After that, the young boy said, nah, whatever, man. Now he said whatever. The young man said, whatever, man. Go ahead and kill me. Kill me like you killed my brothers. Now, murder me like you murdered my brothers. I'm not going to disobey the Most High's laws. I mean, come on. This is how we got to take the Most High's laws. You got to take it unto death. This is how we got to serve the Most High. This is how what you Christians say you love the Lord. This is how you got to love the Lord. You got to love him that much. Now, do you love the Lord that much? Did you give your life? The king came and told the brother that they ain't going to kill him. I won't kill you. Just eat the pork. Just disobey the Most High. Just disobey the Most High, and what? I make you a rich man. I make you part of my kingdom. You know what I'm saying? It says, but when the young man would in no case hearken unto him, the king called his mother and exhorted her that she would counsel the young man and save his life. And he told the mother there, counsel him, just tell him to go eat the pork. Tell him to come and disobey the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And eat the pork. Verse 26 says, and when he had exhorted her, Sakya, And when he had exhorted her with many words, she promised him that she would counsel her son. Now look, when the king came to her mother and said, go ahead, get him, tell him I saved his life. I give him money, I make him rich. Just eat the pork. Don't make him look, don't let him make me look simple. You know what I'm saying? Have him disobey the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So look, she said, okay, I'll counsel him. She said, I'll counsel him, but she didn't tell him how she was going to counsel him. She said, I'll counsel him. Okay. But her counsel went the other way, went the Lord's way. No, son, go ahead and die for the Most High. Die for the laws. Keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? Now, verse 27 said, but she, bowing herself toward him. You know what I'm saying? This is a little son. He's the youngest. He's the baby. He's getting ready to die. She can save him by telling him, hey, go ahead, son. Go ahead and eat the pork. Now, I didn't raise you and told you that it's an abomination. It's against the Most High. But what? She was supposed to tell him to go against the Most High, to sin. But she didn't do it. But she bowing herself toward him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn. Good Lord, man. Hey, that woman, that was a strong woman. She laughed at him. She laughed at him. He told her to counsel him. She said, okay, I counsel him. Just let me have my son. I counsel him. And she turned and laughed at him. That was a strong sister. You know what I'm saying? That's what the script said, but worthy. Verse 20 says she's worthy of honorable memory. Worthy of honorable memory. You got to remember this. If you eat pork after this, the Lord ought to kill you. If you black, Hispanic, and Native American, you eat some pork after this, hearing this story, something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? And I pray the Most High will have mercy. You know what I'm saying? But you should die for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it would be so evil. I mean, come on. It says she laughed the tyrant to scorn. Spake in her country language. Check this out. Spake in her country language on this manner. Oh, my son. So she spoke what? The Lashawan Kodash, the holy tongue. Ancient Hebrew. Oh, my son, have pity upon me that bare thee 9 months in my womb and gave thee such 3 years and nourished thee and brought thee up unto this age and endured the troubles of education. I beseech thee. Now that means beg. I beseech thee, my son, look upon the heaven and the earth and all that is therein, and consider that God made them of things that were not. And so was mankind made likewise. Fear not this tormentor, but being worthy of thy brethren, take thy death, that I may receive thee again in mercy with thy brethren. Boy, man, that's heavy right there. She said, take thy death. Take thy death that I may receive thee again. Good Lord. They understood reincarnation too. Did you come back? It's not like going up in the sky, went to die and living with the Most High God in heaven, in the same realm with the Most High. That's foolishness. You know what I'm saying? The Bible explains reincarnation. That's in the Bible. And they understood it right here. She said that I may receive you again. Take that death. Man, good Lord. They were strong. Man. She said, what? To I receive thee again in mercy with thy brethren, with your brothers, that I may receive thee again. I mean, come on. That's beautiful right there. That's beautiful right there. We got to understand, how important it is for us to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand that. This Bible is our constitution. It's all about us. It's all for us. How evil can you be if you teach that the laws are done away with? How foolish and stupid is that? that we would go and, I mean, come on. And, I mean, you got pastors who will lie on the Bible and say the laws are done away with. That means what? If the law is done away with, I mean, come on, the story is, I mean, come on. Why have the story in the Bible? If Christ came and did away with the laws, I mean, come on, he's destroying this whole story. It doesn't even make sense. They went through all that so Christ can come and do away with the laws. Now, these 7 brothers were tortured, their skin ripped off their body, arms and legs cut off, tongues cut out of their mouth, all this pain they suffered so Christ can come and do away with the laws. I mean, come on. You Christians are diabolical and evil. To even be teaching this garbage about the laws are done away with when we read over precepts in the Bible telling you that no way that Christ came. Christ said, think not that I've come to destroy the law of the prophets. And this is why he said, if you teach men so, you're going to be the least in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be least in the kingdom. You know? You know, I mean, this is, I mean, it's like, that was just so heavy, man. Now, let me read the rest. Let me read the rest in 30. It says, while she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, whom wait ye for? I will not obey the king's commandment. Good Lord. Man, you see that? Now look, what the mother was encouraging him to die like a man. Take your death, son. Don't worry about this. Don't even sweat it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have you back again. Don't even sweat it. You go take your death like your brothers did. Go ahead and die, but keep the laws of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? It says, while she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, whom wait ye for? Like, Mom, what you waiting for, Mom? You know, I will not obey the king's commandment, you know, but I will obey the commandment of the law that was given unto our fathers by Moses. So, I mean, come on, man. That is just so amazing. I mean, come on, man. I don't know how young this brother was. I don't know what his age. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was a man on that, you know what I'm saying? But, man, he was the youngest. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee he was a younger man. He was a younger boy, you know. Because then she leaned over, you know, like he was young, you know, like a child, like almost, you know. But he was old enough to understand that, hey, he could have been a rich man. He could have been a rich man, but he was like, oh, this is talking about training a child. You know what I'm saying? This is what it means when they trained up a child. She trained up her kids, her sons. You know? Man, that is just so heavy. I mean, come on. Let's be like this about the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Let's follow this. Follow the laws unto death, man. I mean, come on. This is stuff. This is the honorable memory. This is worthy of honorable memory. You know what I'm saying? Man. I mean, that was just so amazing. While she was speaking, he was like, what you waiting for, Mom? Whom ye wait for, Mom? You know? He said he will not obey the king's commandment, but I will obey the commandment of the law. Man. I mean, really, woe unto you pastors who teach the laws are done away with. Yeah, I mean, come on. Because like I said, this story, it means nothing that Christ came to do away with the laws. It means nothing. And you are a dirty bastard if you're a pastor, you teach this garbage in your church. Talking about the laws are done away with because Christ came and did away with the laws. You know? They went through all this suffering and torture and pain so Christ can come and do it with the law. I mean, come on. I can't say it enough. It's evil. It's evil. Christianity is not only satanic, it's idiotic. It doesn't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? But if you take the time, you Christians, if you take the time to humble yourselves and understand, you know what I'm saying, that we have the truth of the Bible. The Isupk of the commandment, your honor. We have the truth of the Bible. We are the only ones speaking the truth of the Bible. We are not always speaking no lies on anything. You You know what I'm saying? You know we have the truth, but you won't humble yourselves. You know what I'm saying? The Bible's all about the laws. The Bible's all about the gist of the whole Bible is about us keeping the laws. That's what Baruch 4:1 was saying. You know, the law didn't endure forever. They who keep it, what shall live? You know what I'm saying? Will come to life. They who leave it shall die. That's what the Bible. That's all about the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And then one other thing before I close up, being woke don't mean a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I mean, if you think you're woke and you're not in school and you're not keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, you're standing against the Most High. You're not woke. You're still sleeping, you dummy. You know that? You're still sleeping. You know, if you're not keeping all the laws, statutes, and commandments. You know, the Most High wants a perfect kingdom. The Most High wants a perfect kingdom. That's what we got to understand. The Most High wants a perfect kingdom. And this is your proving ground. This is how you get on the chariots. And when we know what we're going to learn how, we're going to learn when we go back in the wilderness and learn how to defend ourselves, our kingdom, and keep our kingdom. And then we're going to go into our kingdom. We're going to go get round up all those heathens, and they're going to build the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord, once the kingdom get up and running, it's going to be a perfect kingdom. It's not going to be simple Negroes going around being wicked. You know what I'm saying? If you do, you get your head chopped off straight away. You know, right away. You know? So this is why we do these classes. You know what I'm saying? So to get you to understand it, these laws and things, they're serious. They're serious. These laws, statutes, and commandments are serious unto the Most High. This is why we have to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? This is why Christ said, hey, but love your brothers, because you love your people. You know, this is why Christ said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. We are those lost sheep. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are those lost sheep. We don't understand the Bible and what it's about. You know what I'm saying? We don't even understand we're the people in the Bible. They make jokes of us on TV. I mean, everybody's seen it on Good Times when Michael's talking about we the 12 tribes, the lost sheep and stuff. Even on Sanford Center, that's funny because last night I saw an old rerun of Sanford Center. Me and my rib was watching it, and they was talking about Fred, the episode when Fred was talking about he may be Jewish. That's sad. They sitting there laughing, making jokes, things that are seem crazy, but we are those people. We are those people of the Bible. We are God's chosen people. You know what I'm saying? Man, so we ought to really love one another. We just like I said, we just slaves right now. You gotta understand that we are in a captivity. And everybody's seen what happened to the poor brother Antonio Brown. Everybody's seen what happened to him. You know, had a mental breakdown during a football game. You know? Brother had a mental breakdown during a football game, didn't want to go back in the game and everything. I know brothers talking online, telling, oh yeah, he was hurt and everything and all that. No, you can see on the brother's face that he's oppressed. That's the problem he had. He's oppressed. And being in these slave games and oppressed, and boy, you can be in it. I'm telling you from experience because I was in the sport of boxing and being oppressed, being blackballed by your manager where you can't even fight. You can't even make a living. You know what I'm saying? You can't even pay your bills. You get thrown out on the street. You know what I'm saying? You have to move and everything. You get evicted from your house and everything. Because these white bastards go and blackball you. You know what I'm saying? Being oppressed is terrible. And you don't even understand it. And that's what, boy, hey man, that's what I'm feeling with Antonio Brown. I mean, what he's feeling. Don't even understand it. These days, when I was in the world, I wasn't even in the truth. So I'm sitting there, had a pro boxing career with managers blackballing me that I can't even fight. I can't even make a living. Had to take time off. Was out for 7 years. 7 years of my career, I was out of it, couldn't even fight. Had to go get a damn job from Brad, a goddamn pallet jack around a warehouse. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the feeling of being oppressed and not even knowing you're oppressed. Feeling the feeling of just want to go and murder these devils who really doing it to me. But Christianity made me just nice and just, I just gotta go believe the Lord to get me through it. You know what I'm saying? We are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And when I see that brother Antonio Brown, boy, that's terrible. That's terrible. Because like I put a post on Facebook, I was saying he's oppressed and don't even know it. That's the sad part of us. That's the problem wrong with. That's the thing that's wrong with us. You know what I'm saying? And we're all Christians. That's all. And that's what that, you know what I'm saying? That's why you don't go. The ones who are not crazy, we don't go crazy or have a meltdown because we're Christians. You see the problem? What's wrong with us? Either they do what Antonio Brown did, or you just pray to Jesus and he will bless your situation. And he's not. Because you're going against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a simple-minded Christian. Black man, Hispanic man, Asian man, we are the 12 tribes of Israel. We're God's chosen people. To be destroyed and then to be in a slave game, any of these sports, that's a terrible thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a terrible thing. And you have the mindset that it's so messed up. I think back on my mindset when I was in the sport of boxing. It was so screwed up. It's no way in the world I could be the man I am today. The man I was then. You know what I'm saying? And I thank the Most High, for man, Commanding General Honor, and just all the generals and the captains, officers, everybody that, that's in this truth, you know what I'm saying, with me, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's so many brothers over me and some brothers under me that, was so influential, for me, my coming up in this truth, and just being strong in this truth, you know what I'm saying? Because we are those people of the Bible who are destroyed, who slaves and don't even know it, who so destroyed that, man, it's incredible. It never ceases to amaze me how destroyed we are. You know what I'm saying? It never ceases to amaze me. It always just, it's one thing you just, man, we pray for our nation. So black man, Hispanic man, Asian man, if you're not in this truth, get into this truth. Go to Isupk.com. Find out where you can go to class. You know what I'm saying? Get all the numbers you need. Get your address, the address to the schools you need. You know what I'm saying? Understand who you are, black man. You're Hispanic man, Asian man. And with that, I'm gonna read security announcements. We are the Isupk the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in any particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to court for a period of 6 months. Then after the 6 months, they will be permitted to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi 3 and 8 through 10. Mayashua, which means 10th in Hebrew, give to the Treasury Department or the teacher. Priest fund, free will offering, not mandatory. Just whatever amount you want to give. Check your school, like I just went over to schools in your zones or in your countries, wherever, or go to Isupk.com for all your holy convocations. You'll know where you have your high holy days, and we have the calendar. Any Any brother who wants to be a trooper in school to start wearing all black shirt, pants, boots, and headpiece. Now I'm just gonna salute everybody online out. All right, check the camera. Just bring it up on me. All right, yeah, right there. All right, on there, everybody. I'm gonna salute all the brothers. First, the brothers online. Amadim Minovitor Amadim Shabbat. Amadim Barak. Yahaba Shimei Shabrak Thumb. Now to the sisters. Amadim Shabbat. Amadim Barak. Yahweh Shamar El Thub Shimei Shah.
Yahweh Shamar Latab Bashim Yom Shah.
All right, Shalom Israel.